live with YouTube or Facebook so na ko like wa comment na wa share ya pa for ye mienu ba ko di kan aba enti ye ne Honorable Alexander Akwakwo Otiano English among from 2020 parliamentary candidate for the NDC and I ebe to komo anape era mpacho Akwaba Honorable
me juso mi yoba
pacho we
yesu ado me hoye pa
me
de me wo bi de aka na any ho because na my no my no nyama ambo ayedin na we share the cost of living say na nyama bo cost so rent aduane ayebedi utilities any de kika ho no you only thank God say still you are alive but say ba de ba ma we ni agi say o ma ba no enu ni ho. And these are some of the things you can every year be more dream say because if Adriani and cafe say you can say we be say with all due respect to Ashefo say we a handful Adriani sisi Ghana Adriani bia ni ho here for
normal price
say so gobe ye di gobe yi wonim say anka first o ma over 5 cedis obedi gobe na wa mean kama say 115 cedis scrap on enso you know so niema boa ye tin e wo man no mo enti I want the da nyame asese o di ya yes akaska na weba no
yes you be sisi yenim say e committee no etimi afre omo probe into the Alex leak tape na etimi epiaba bonten no na COP wakasa pao. Now what do you think is behind in Samuel Walker especially so to make us say the IGP is the worst one we have had in this country? Denti adwin cheben na why would he even say that?
If say tape no me share in life and I'm meeting somebody be all canon. I don't know say or per se on say or your berima say media between me candy me to me pay between me here dia me pay me a berima pa you know that is the kind of posture or the MIA because me share the answers ni bia or the mark committee you know it is say obia say I don't know say the confident level then I hate to say or boarding that's the way I me who know because being confident and I say ube to me I can the wide dream pepe no doesn't mean say when ye my name tree word American say like bravery does not mean foolishness or stupidity. That is the Abepe Kano. You know, because if you are brave, no, it means that you should use your common sense to at the same time you are being brave, no. But nature will be this country, no, high no. Ye the niyama bi edi agro. Because me and family who the can far IGP any the okay can war no. Me there have me pa any say. The can woman say in elections no mafia work ewom because some of us no ye the yeni ahun those mafia works na police for no eye in an election here you know so all kinds answer no eno na ha me family who obi biara betuma be ye IGP family who but so far as who be ye wide dream say who per position no na you use the position no to subvert the will of the people in the enu de ye enfuaso. And I think say people are getting confused because Parliament accepted when they say Omobe Probuno because of that element. And your IGP, the okay can find IGP, so your West way everybody be a we Jumanu Wono. And you be an especially in Ghana here no leader be and no be or ye nejuma no the why na dream say or the emrano or be ye no person ye say on ye no those kind of leaders no always have serious oppositions. Who communists with only government establishment no or more problem pa or more who say ye the Ebeboa Mino, ye dear, Ebe Magana for or Muhua Tom. These are the people that people go after. And immediately the T-Hawk candidate, who hear me, but where I am more concerned, a quite see mafia work room, and I beside Nasem F.A. I was so West Wogom. He said that at that time he was the director of operations for the Ghana police across the country. Now, see, although he was not involved in the operational activities on that day, or no, yes, strategic planning. And the question is that what kind of strategic planning? Oh, yeah. He should come out and tell us, because we would like to know. Because in Ayawaso West Wogo, people were shot. And now we can say, Obi, and to me, Nanti. Because of Ayawaso West Wogo election. Now, say you were satisfied with the outcome of Ayawaso West Wogo. You see, Kofobi, AGD said, Ghana for Nyasa and the trim. And that is the posture or Kasa, at one point in time, no, you can't even confirm your own voice. Me hey, me Kasa wa hana me soria. And yet Kasa me ka that I will be able to remember if somebody should ask me. But immediately, Uber voice, no, meaning say, when I make a someone daughter met me a catch or say, Ahana Musi mean I make a why bibi afa. He should be able to tell us or do say. He should stop those kind of things or say, hey, be out in Kise or no, you bear my pa, Ewagana Hano. You see, he should stop that. I believe that when you listen to the tape, and I will share the answers are audio manu. As I said, Ghana for should be worried. And then I be cancer. Because me who the answers me say, or my answers are to protect himself. The answers now all manu. Yes, or see or your lawyer. And it may be because of the legal mind, no. He can tell the intent of the questions. No. But I believe that where we are now, the IGP, we can say, no, will go down in history as a IG Papa Kra. Yes, Lampare came. Some of us we have our own challenges with him, but there are certain things who are why Yefuasu, and now we want to encourage him say obey yes and maybe Ubekai say IGP Paul take your time and or the offering of police visibility by here or free honor that police visibility no echo from crying who and armed robbery see stati say babium at least under Dampari he has introduced that. Or the police for Omoti Opongosu, you understand, in some communities. Because 2 weeks ago, I was around the Papaya area and I met one police officer on the horse. Or more, patrol. We call even advanced countries, yes, he's trying his best, okay, to do what he can. I'm not saying that the leadership style of him is completely, say, so behind the home, but we should not or won't say or body home again. There are many say BBC or Tamale. Is that the police or more cannot speak openly about it until say a seminar about Accra. Now, no meaning because or more mutiti Accra no or monim the SC they don't know. Yes, and that is why in an institution also you are a commissioner. You support each other. And who are Jimbia now would now or no so Ashe say they are good by met me at their age. No leader is perfect. But media they may say me who say the leader no why energy say Ejumani the obey obey. Because that is the most important thing to us. And the problem I winning the war and all those things no should not be part of the issue can say what can say. In an election, no, mafia work ewom. Two, what's Akabiom say current IGP no ewo ho breaking the 8 MPP for air can be din e because no enye MPP bidding no. What's admit to say you are a police officer but you belong to a political party. You see, these are serious issues. Here in Kassel, yes, it will be very difficult for us former IGPs, although they were appointed by a particular government. Na Ebeka say, I know, or Mubi Krapo afterwards not by Montia Beka say, Mimi, so and so party. Yes, sir. And for you to be in the uniform and claim that you belong to a it's very worrying, because the question is, you see, mafia work now, yeah, can't find in the politics. So because say in the police officers, if let's say election is taking place here, they know what to do. They can create an environment for us that either the electorates will be afraid to come and vote because na abatu aye kwakoti na soldier for any police work itatu wo bibi ase dem nko ade na menye
right honorable mesa about so what me pense mama you were pacho why late to get your late fee kaka ya makwaba lawyer Andrew Apia Dankwa private legal practitioner any MPP communications team member akwaba kese ba ye did I happen so wait to member video but me sure say we the ousting of the IGP we the COP mensa and then the agents kese pa was say IGP is the worst the country Ghana has ever had in our history. What will instigate his speaking like that?
Yeah, we don't fuck with angel. What bright your money show is.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, me and my in the home fan. I wish we can.
Thank you.
German rapping material can I Ghana for. Say IGP is the worst IGP Ghana's ever had. I think say opinion and can make a coming in the midst of in some Kenya, we should give little thought
to that particular
to that statement because what can't maybe if you say son man or can because you see the danger and I say impact and some of our candidates may have on the democracy, especially in times like we share all across Africa. And of course, every week 1 week, one coup d'etat. 1 week, one coup d'etat.
1 week, weekly.
We share the mood, the organizers here as well. What is police focus somewhere? For me, one, who's 92 years, you take democratic form of governance, and I view that was the best form of governance. Beat me. I guarantee the principles of the rule of law because our principles so I guarantee a guarantee right to freedom of speech exactly and in just our guarantees a bar then your high chances of being able to pursue and fulfill younger saying your potential economic potential and remember some economic freedom. It's a democracy dear should be Bianca. That's the best form of governance. So, but he said democracy is also based on history. So when putting in place certain institutions, one strengthens institutions. Democracy no one share intimate. Some of these institutions one the police, the electoral commission, your judicial system, and very critically also the political parties, and most critically the media. Why? Because at the end, open say who use some institutions way to shaping some opinion be towards the instilling values, values and principles be a bit of democracy no ejina. Anything now we police ni say I say any partisan. Into you so be neutral.
Of course.
Be neutral. But say your system is working. This is all Korean police are ye neutral. All military are ye neutral. All ye judge are ye neutral. All ye easier ye neutral. So that at the day, you have a system now. Then at the end of the day, democracy is here, a bit major because what's democracy? Say democracy major. And necessarily say you bet deliberately you build some what we refer to political culture. Political culture one a best support say open disagreement because the democracy can be making. So immediately it's critical culture be a meet me and strangely Hannah Michelle no. You wish us to disagree, but this is now for. How can you disagree? Because at the end, he believes in the values. He understands and respects. Say, if you say, "Dear, Obia on her dream," into the first time, disagree does not mean say, "I just have found a time." I just say, Ghana, let's say, "Bit my build this culture." Say, "Yeah, but someone for be a cousin will be when this no Ninian son, as will be MPP no Ninian." I find that very worrying because we more MPP and more MPP. I don't know be so soon to me free say about joining NDC. Why do I think say because me more MPP no me more nyansa say obi NDC no wa NDC no oni nyansa. So sa catch say people dey catch be a it will not sound thinking no ember. Two, at least have to build the culture a demand for accountability. So more mutu I just want to me accountable to yen and we should not be afraid to ask for demand for accountability because CCR Osha culture you build there it's about building culture so one read so say wow party or criticizing our president will say hey we are sure so MPP and you're worrying because me a Ghanaian answer MPP party with Marco but me my Ebewa has say it's in the don't party because the force a party no the war maybe I do be a bit me best improving Ghana. It doesn't mean so we are perfect. But because you're Ghana for you at least we build the culture, you must not be afraid. So while party put the power, you should not be afraid to demand accountability. And the culture just say you build it. It's for me they worry if policeman you chance say or no police but MPP and the mafia was system anymore. What one is telling me say Ghana, yeah, building culture be rather no a year more of Machiavellian. So Machiavellian, no, what does he say? I say, look, it doesn't matter what you do. Once you achieve the end, no, then what you did is justified. And your politicians, who should you are more drained, you are more for them, the end is power. And they say when you are 2 million, there's no thinking as to 2 million, no, because 2 million can never be the end. So in papa, then you must understand that 2 million is just the beginning. Now because my sana and mobilize public opinion, and one of the most powerful institutions ever democracy is media. Forget about the amount for forget so media front to recognize it to more and how media bit much shape our values now. Then call media only neutral. But it shouldn't be about MPP, NDC because he had mind. But yet not say media so big up political party because they understand the power of public opinion. They understand the power of public opinion. And almost shape culture be a MPP nya criticize wa ban. MPP. We NDC now who defend the party. So who defends Ghana? Now because of that thinking now sadly ingratiated in your system no anything that policeman bet me now I'll be on national television I catch Ghana phone and say make them your MPP say mafia or politics. Yes, because we are saying the Paponi for here, but then Paponi shouldn't be filled confident. People say make them your crop. Is that crop for who? But you shouldn't have the courage to stand until you say me your crop. But what he's simply doing is to have the courage to tell Ghana for say mafia or politics no. And some mafia no because me reason no MPP for the operations to push some mafia and you're worried. So the committee has to lead their attention towards their work economy. It's not probing a whole rather than probing the fact that they say IGP. They probing science because maybe MPP ni. But we believe say and you're very loyal to our view, no. Say at the end my account has a crowd. Say you teach mine. It's teach mine no. Who pay to me? Just recognize one. If Ghana for nyambo. interestingly, Ghana for the also supporting because if I win votes on Ghana, I can say about 53% or 56%. 56%. That's in JJ Rollins. Post Rollins, I think that the highest will be, I think 53%, and I do in 2016. Oh, so they say they be more than 40%. I know one person obey president. Yet obey president, we are president for not just one tomorrow. We are president for almost one year. So when you be president, you must not think about now winner tomorrow and now winner Antoine. I just saw first agenda here. How their strategy? Them do money in a big boom because Uber has a united front. So because of that, the way all year or campaign, you must have that at the back of your mind. So I mean, your campaign a day in Papa. Just so your campaign a bit easy for you to galvanize the whole country behind you towards or agenda. But some of your mafia and some of and sometimes say you think kunipa. Because at the end of the power keke, because the people say power upon the beginning, then you not kill, you not beat. Oh, and or be conscious. But like I'm saying, you know, culture you build, you know, a culture you feel say the end is power, and the queen be as well when your power be it is and that culture must be that. And that culture, no people like COP Mensa. With the value sets, they fight against our culture. They fight against building culture, sustaining a democracy. And for me, that's my concern. I feel say Parliament for that should be their interest. Ghana for that should be our interest. So actually, we should not tolerate Sadama because unfortunately, everything. So we should not tolerate that in Kofu. Nigerian say you build the Ghana. You didn't Ghana in India kind. You build the Ghana. You build your Maya at the end. Ubia. You actually put your Maya whether on where you on heading. Who is ko? Who is ka? All those say whether on Yansa or Yansa. Quality. At the end, Ubia be the foul. Ubia be pen to Ghana. That's the guy to say to me. You focus on. Now Ghana no, they don't help.
Many in Yamin Show. Mesa also with the other topic. So yet final words on this particular issue.
Yes. You see, Sana lawyer Ekano, the institutions no. ARDBA say yema yeninko na yen solve na yen making sure that the institutions are strong. They are no. We share the posture of COP Mensa no. I to say, or Bibi Ewanechi, like something is backing him, and nothing ought to me, because in any serious institution, country, and you should rather be thinking of how obeying free about you can say this is somebody and the is not remorseful about it. Or no, did he say a idea is right? So bet me I can't do okay, you know. It was tape no so. And I'm saying say, you see what is going on in Parliament. This one is an appeal I'm making to Parliament. It's not about the IGP. No. And more be arguing they say it's about the position IGP. No. It is about our will. Anka the okay can you say one for elections and be one. I don't think say we'll be talking about it. You understand me? There Emma Semno Abasempa in some more kind elections no in previous elections I war mahimo Niama ICCC 2020 elections 8 people were killed. Up to today, so it gives the impression say, and the all cano and quite be there. It didn't mean the and family who say IGP or your West, but so far as me security is guaranteed, because that me to be there. Now me sorry, since I mean there are certain parts of Accra you want to mean until especially Jowulu. A ball free 6-7 go, you can't walk inside. These are the serious issues me and who hear me about your security, because that is where the ordinary person also to me a runs or be made a was man in his own called tried in because of food. what to the see me, you know. These are serious issues. I say you understand? So if you are when you say yeah YGP now be mafia way now political party into me enter power there, I don't subscribe to that.
Right. I mean, sure. And yet also the NPP has sparked judiciary with over 80 cronies. Let's balance out Mahama to the NDC lawyers. Me this a video be I will say it in Director, I was have video no. Okay. Topic is a video no. Okay, video now already.
There must be some reform of the judiciary in order to bolster its reputation and make it an independent institution that not only Ghanaians but foreign investors and any person who is in the jurisdiction of Ghana can trust. And so, as part of the discussions you have, we must look at how we, as the executive and also the members of the judiciary, can work together to improve the image of the Ghanaian judiciary. I believe that if the image of the judiciary is improved, it inures to the benefit of those who work in the courts. It inures to the benefit of the judges and all the judicial service workers. And so this must be something that the executive cannot impose on the judiciary, but the judiciary and the executive working together, can work to improve the stature of the judiciary. We have our work cut out for us when it comes to the executive. We must make sure that we restore the trust of our people in the executive, and that people are not going to come into office and money is going to be found under their bed. And at least I can guarantee and assure the nation that I'm not going to be a client agent president, and that if people are accused of corruption, we would allow the constitutional bodies that are mandated to deal with those issues to go ahead and do their work and carry out those investigations. And so that I can give a firm assurance about. Let me also say that often when we have come out of elections and we have won, everybody wants to go into the executive. Our lawyers, please, I beg you, some of you must be prepared to go onto the bench. And I know that some have very lucrative legal practices. They don't want to leave those practices and go on the bench. But, I mean, you can see what the current president has done. He's appointed the biggest number of judges onto the bench. It's more than 80 towards 100 and counting. He's packed the courts. And we know that they've packed the courts because they want to avoid accountability after they have left office. And so all manner of people who are known to have been partisans, who have been executives of their party, who are in the legal profession, are being leapfrogged into the superior courts and other places. And so we must be prepared as NDC legal persons to also go onto the bench so that we can balance out, the judiciary. Currently, the judiciary is packed with NPP inclined judges because this government has carried out a deliberate policy of putting their people on the bench. And so I encourage some of you to look at careers on the bench so that we can balance out what the current situation is.
Right. Here are please, is there impartiality on the bench?
We idea me can say anyhow because we share Ghana Hanon nipa or appointee we know na ye mudodo no ye feel say or no na say your loyalty no enko ni ho. We should not be the keys. We share some former president no. Or see we need to build a judiciary ye Ghana for ye benya regime and at the same time so foreign investors are or mobano almost benya a regime and I think that is the point I say yenshe. Na yenshe kwae befa so because I believe that a judge should be a judge. A judge should not be seen in any political colors. A judge no get the what say service we nyame free ho una we next say wo the papaye ubema papaye etra ho e wo man no mo enti is a position and it is not for everything that you can say oh there are three arms of government. You were the executive, you were the legislature, and you were judiciary. Now, what for executive now? Omwa ya tuaba amomo. Na enyo mu nyina akro na ye tuaba ama president. And na president so afa bi mu aka ne ho say momboa me na ye adwuma no. Wo ba the legislature no omu de meka say omu nyina omu no ya tuaba ye den amomo. And to say, can democracy now, to me, no, parliament is the strongest arm of democracy. Because Omujina and Fifim, Omuyabra, na judiciary for no idea, afa, no mudi aye juma, no more interpreti, ama, a free executive, a beba, parliament. No, or more pensé mu, so money or moya junior, no more pass, so money or moya junior, no more son, Eddie Amani say, yen she share, Yana, Sissamu, Eddie Maye. And they are like the center, the pivot of our democracy. What I say, and they are mimic, who say your ma institutions, no, another three arms of government, no, obia, yena, fandy, pepe, person is a no. The constitution now, even there are checks and balances, and making sure say, but to me, accuracy, but the kind of institution, ye won't see, no, sena, ya practicing no, the book no, and the ya practice no. I yet to say, in Susnik, say, be a woman. The judiciary actually say they have to rather support the executive. No mon fanye dia omoya sebi embwaga for no. Parliament so ye the executive ni bia we den abefra. So at the end of the day, no, on our worker cabinet, while discussing issues, no, one say ABC ne say ye, would you have to name our parliament? The end of a car home view. And when say, who works to see our parliament, I call ye parliament, no, that is what is going to happen. I believe, say, the institutions, no, I say, ye should be ye making sure, say, it should not necessarily be, say, Nipano is an inclined, Anana is inclined to the philosophy of my party, some on bench, your friend was saying, court, David, I don't believe in that. I want a situation now, Yebenya Ghana, Sebi, me kokota. I am confident, say, based on the merits of my case, no, be a menya, be pine, but more, I want to say, you have a good merit. I mean, we case no ye come, but who who say who will lose
because of party politics.
That is what is going on. And nothing Emma former president so can say but idea say or more that no is being perceived say they are inclined to a certain political party. Then let's look for people almost who will be inclined to the other side. No, na fan balancing. But I believe that we should move away completely if say a per se build a strong institutions. No, it should not be say the question is that is the person competent, can he do the work? Said the panel bet to me humanity. Why not? We find you see how because at the end of the day, you know, they are gonna for a bread and butter issues. Say a dim na me call na me nye aduane dia if I me ben dia nipa no a owo kitchen no emfa me ho once I say me call na me anya aduane and dia and no na beba ma adwene am say na nipa no owo kitchen but on kan ebusuan no ho ana ofre ebusuan foforo mu. That is the issue. Make sure say the right things are being done. The perception, yes, we all know. Former president or the name said in Crawford, or baby Monsus in Crawford. I go. Is it because the reason I know one lawyer, for instance, lawyer Kulendi. Yuli Kulinde, I listened to him a lot because any time at that time, that was only GTV we have, or we try GTV, no explaining legal issues. Now it makes a lot of sense. He works with Nana Akufo-Addo in his chambers. You see, or a Supreme Court judge. You understand? And we have had issues. Senior people are matra bench, so ache coming out to complain, say, oh no, what I'll be here for 2 years. No, was Supreme Court. What is the experience? Because the Supreme Court is supposed to have the cream of our judges. Or more sebi, or more practicing. So now we try to pay or no experience. Or like I said, they are all cano. And yet, you understand? People who have been there, they've seen it all. Because at that level, though, omuno muchireye constitution na ya tro no a ye nim se brofo na ye di tro ye no omuno muchireye asi anamebwa
yeah
omuno mbechire asi say dia although you see say no but as chire wo mu nyina e say until when you have it in such a way omo omuti ho no will not be. Let me give you an example. Time by say yeah, you see birth sets. You see, birth sets should not and should mean to say we are Ghanaian. Ade. Birth set to me just say me are Ghanaian because the work yeah be some questions now you are church so you are team at the time I hear who no. You understand me? So how can that prime source we can say to me by your man judgment way home? You know, so some of these things no yeah can say because at the time no such judgment no by no there was a serious debate say yeah voter register for and I be more can say yeah passport any national ID card unkuto and yeah and they be say so no yeah website and come home and I send me a copy court share the results by you know when it comes so when you look at the national discourse at that time in a judgment now a pay you know now judges here then most support to executive now these are the things that to me you know say you to me and solve and the way to solve it no let's get the right people at the right places.
Okay. Andrew, is the judiciary being politicized? Okay, the first question I would like to ask is judiciary and Kasa. What is the criteria for selection or appointment? And what is their job specifically? Then you move on to the second question. Is it being politicized?
So, offer judiciary now, in terms of how the appointment qualification criteria and we say in the government the friends they say constitution
the government
and yes our course at you understand judicial services and all those things you know and I think they're clear so your different kinds of courts lower courts you know, so far district court, circuit court, then high court, appeal court, and then supreme court and how am I for a economy and yet at will be a discretion a imra and usually the number of years is also so you know I think say clear in fact to the extent that we are so regulated even the kind of power and friendly jurisdiction our more use of cramp for no imrana a dictating sometimes when we take a for me quite careful because a lot of times yeah CBO because they're quite technical to say best set again king me say technical until one shall because I should be at here but what Ghana pay yembrano you walk Ghana and no quackeke doesn't make a citizen of Ghana so if that's the case then the best setting to me improve so yes citizen of Ghana oko America you want America matter a crowd paper free so you want America automatically America citizen so America we setting here automatic but Ghana your citizenship act it's also constitution I defining who is a citizen and a very complex because if it depends on the time of war and all those things and in all of them no and it's just the best you know the nationality of your parents sometimes your grandparents and all those things into no sometimes they're technical they're careful
okay
yeah political discourse what is opinion from my opinion unless we can I would have had an issue with it but for the fact say or the partisan consideration because your mind person attractive investment. This is what it demonstrates say or dispute resolution agencies in body, which is the courts now.
Yeah, fair.
They are competent enough to give justice. The movie power, say area of loss. Say the transaction amount for economy beyond traditional transactions. No, is that because Americans are dealing in debt, hedging, and all those things. No? The point is, documentary credit transaction. My case beyond documentary credit transaction. Ghana has here. I feel say judge kono your case. In my opinion, no, now to say any the fault, but your law nankasa in that area no any too developed until now until the or can I say so a bar building before say solution here to build capacity no and yet necessary to say Nana do appoint 80 MPP judges in the first place. How do you know say judges not be MPP for in the first place? How do you know say judges no MPP for in the first place? Judiciary no like not make about police no make about EC. Judiciary also say one of those institutions are a boapa in maintaining your democracy no. And now you feel say your politicians we should be careful how are you extending your partisanship because if there's one thing that judiciary are demonstrating over and over and over again they don't necessarily follow the path of the appointee. Presumption be say party crowd be appointed or judge, not just a judge, Oh now the party now.
The 80% ex-president is saying it's not solely true.
As to whether 80% can be one, as to whether that's 80%, because one can't judge one can't even Supreme Court or say judges from High Court. High Court says so High Court they are appointed from High Court to president. How can what evidence now to a friend saying justify that? And let me say, some of talk about investors and some of the crowd for their call. Yeah, you want. And you say all lawyers will bring in your target executive. Some of you should also, some of the lawyers should want to go to the but then they bring the brother with and the lawyers will bring one person back home. Common condition of service no save you at the same. A whole topic on its own. I bit me have without bringing in partisan consideration because at the end of the day, judiciary is also arm of government or more very critical role. Because they can't have separation of powers now. It divided powers into three. And they realize they say the power to more or less at the power to at dispute resolution. Because a criminal society there dispute weba. But to say you resolve dispute in a legal way. It is hard to share one government agency say on here. Immediately I would anything be about a perception say justice no because I don't want to be dispensed with justice no. Now we can say institution. That's what I'm saying. Say your kind. It could have been the starting point for a discussion on building the capacity of the judiciary towards the national agenda no. But when you the beam without all the evidence incontrovertible say 80%. One parking or 80%. Who are mind crampa as Ghana your population? You need enough lawyers to really take care of issues of organizing. Lawyers are you need enough courts. You need enough justices. And I just say work whether or not or more capacity the way we are to a moving on we are saying this is or whether or even the capacity to meet the demands of development and transformation. These are all issues that probably we need to discuss. We have the bone of force here because all the cases we are court are when and me sitting as a lawyer say in case of the court Oluzu election case of the court he should have taken that case to court. There's no evidence no evidence I'm telling you there evidence now or the court
electoral commission
no only evidence not only evidence two sir if I say birth certificate I make a choice say in Ghana law no your birth certificate is just a starting point. It's just a starting point because Ghana has only a citizen only because you are born in Ghana enters and
the passport no.
It's a passport so before they give you passport no because passport is just a citizen of Ghana.
But so, not birth certificate passport.
One of the grounds.
One of the requirements.
One and the only requirement. So Philly will first go to say, oh, swear, say, oh, my man, you're gonna need papa, you're gonna need, crew, and all those, because citizenship, remember, share citizenship, which is one by the citizenship partner. Citizenship is just best a starting point. And so it will be Ghana, outside Ghana, and yet we're Ghana, because of the definition of you're qualified to be a citizen of Ghana. Right. So, because maybe cases be I'm not saying the judges also are perfect. You're getting right. You're perfect, and that's what you put in place. Social jurisdiction, or more original jurisdiction, or more appellate jurisdiction, or more supervisory jurisdiction, or more review jurisdiction. In our and the system of two in place to ensure, say, as much as possible, no judiciary, no more judgments about the chances of somewhere wrong, and I say wrong to be corrected, such as is Ctv. So why don't we rather build a more institution, make sure say young should protect you more. It's a kind of a chat. Sometimes a bit more quick issue, but for the good of the whole, we should rather protect our institutions now, impartial institutions, for the good of the whole. And yet, they be another year, because maybe I'm not taking the decision.
Okay, quickly, Mamima, your very final question to what do you think on the decision of Sisi Adapa defreezing the accounts? That's the last one, but you are not doing more than 2 minutes.
The issue, no, substantive law and procedural law. To share Sisi Adapa issue now, or more say just purely on procedure. It's all the action within 7 days. One farmer. So and exactly. It was on the procedure. And
thank you for your final words. Honorable, your final words on the Sisi Adapa case. And 1 minute.
Only say Canada be war. Mummy, I or my dream say, Canada, because me lawyer. But the me share will be to say OSP no. Why Jumano Ache to the extent say who a teacher and now a lecturer in law. And he said who was accruement in these fundamental material lawyers be brave since issues which I said this is so basic. And it's so basic no be about that experience you see. Obe bune ni afa so na ni amani be kosi yes the ayeshani say ye di Sisi Adapa sika bia ya ewo ni nchen no ye di be fa emra kwan so bia nka se wa we ade if it the way no ba investigation no ba out nature say truly say onye boni ewo kwan offer so edenya ni sika no obia ni problem but so far as say public officer at the time no na who say asike wo nature person probably na who there and say who yes this kind of mistakes were caught who person here wo dey
any era no SC Honorable Alexander Akwaku Botiano English Yaman from 2020 parliamentary candidate for the NDC and I'm Renini Andrew Apia Dankwa private legal practitioner and NPP communications team member and Nedie Yenemo Yaniomo Etrim Komo Afa and Samoa Air Course over Ukrumu Ghana, Gusama Weni Engu Hanum and Sasa Fidiano, the science gargantuan lady so Ayakrado, Sony Yang Ebetra Ako or Bremun Yabasisia.